our entire home automation system. So now we can actually control everything we did on that panel right here from a mobile device. So now this can go with us in our hands into any of the rooms we go into in the home, even outside of the home with us, and take control. Again, this is a representation of that device agnostic approach. We don't care if it's your TV or your phone or a tablet or a panel next to the door. What we care about is that you have access to all of this. And if we can give you access to all of this on any device, we'll do it. That's the approach and design we want. Not that that is the control unit of the house, but rather the control of the house can be put to any unit you want. All right, come on into the kitchen now.
My favorite place.
Keep on coming. There's plenty of room. All right. The kitchen may not be where you think of technology traditionally being, but actually we're finding technology or I should say the effects of technology are something people desire wherever they go. They want it to be able to work in their space, even within a kitchen. So we have to design technology that specifically fits the environment that it goes into. For instance, this is a touch-sensitive computer. It's an HP Touchsmart Pc. So this has the ability to actually allow you to maneuver things utilizing just touch. If you think about putting a touch-sensitive PC into a kitchen with a real family, you could probably think of a few scenarios where things could go badly, right? You know, 2-year-old with yogurt on their fingers, and spaghetti sauce spills, and people dropping stuff. That's all very realistic to a kitchen. So we had to design a computer that was very realistic for as well. So the HP Touchsmart is actually designed to be able to survive those things. We made it so that it's not actually touch sensitive at all. It doesn't feel touch, I should say. It doesn't have a pressure net. It doesn't have capacitant touch. What it's doing instead is it's using infrared light being broadcast from the corners. And where you break up that light, that's where it acknowledges a touch on the screen. So what that allows us to do, because it doesn't need to feel anything, we can put a shatter-resistant, scratch-resistant plexiglass into the front of this TV. This computer is now designed to be able to take interactions that you would never do to another computer, right?
With a spoon?
So this is just a ballpoint. I'm not going to address that. So this is a ballpoint pen, and I've got a friend who actually uses a ballpoint pen at all times. He feels like his fingers are too thick, too big. So he just uses a ballpoint pen. He writes his little notes, he uses a ballpoint pen. And that way, even if you get to a point where you feel like, oops, the screen is starting to get dirty, that's okay because it's sealed around the edges of the screen. So now I can spray it down with Windex. I can spray it down with 409 or ammonia. Anything I'm using to clean the counters with, I can just clean off this PC with. It's made to withstand that. You spill the spaghetti sauce, that's okay. Just clean it up, spray it down, you're ready to go. You know, you have greasy hands while you're cooking, but you need to pull up the recipe. That's okay. You can do that and then just clean up when you clean up all the stuff on the counters. It's made to be able to take that. And that's how we have to design technology. We have to design it around adapting to the environment and the job that people want to do, rather than asking them to try and adapt to the technology. All right, I want to show you guys one more thing in the kitchen before we leave. This is our intelligent...
Well, how about the oven?
That's what I'm wanting to show them before we leave the kitchen.
My favorite part.
Yep. So this is our intelligent oven, obviously one of the most loved items in the house. This oven is actually connected into our network. So it has an IP address, the same way you would have on a computer. I see a lot of you with cameras. You're snapping pictures right now, so you can hack my oven in the future, I'm sure. But really, this is driven just like a computer would be, and we want it connected because it does different things than you would normally see on an oven. For instance, this has a refrigeration capability. That means you can put the food into this oven in the morning and cool it down so that it doesn't spoil throughout the day. Then, in the evening, you can utilize the cook later feature and have it set up so by the time I get home, it's already finished cooking and waiting for me as I walk in the door, right? Really, really cool feature. But of course, how many of us actually get home on time every day? You know, raise your hand if you're at home every day at the same time. Right, nobody. Like, it just doesn't happen. That's why you want that network connectivity, because now you can use your smart home to reach out and say, no, push that back 30 minutes. Or, I don't know when I'm coming home. Just leave the refrigeration on until I get there, and then I'll tell you to start. So you can reach out to the oven. Also, it can reach out to you. If you forget all about the oven and the timer's going off and you're not home, well, the house is going to see that. The timer's going to go off and tell the smart home, hey, timer's going off. The smart home's going to look at it and say, well, the lights are off and the shades are drawn and there hasn't been any motion on the motion detectors for like 8 hours. So obviously nobody's home. And if nobody's home and the timer's going off, well, that's a bad thing. So let me send out an email. And the email will say, press here to shut off your oven. Press here to bring it down to a warming temperature. Well, if you're not watching your email, that's okay, because our phone system is actually a VoIP system. It's connected into the network. So now the server can reach out and place a phone call that says, hey, you forgot about the oven again. Press 1 if you want to shut off the oven. Press 2 to call your wife. Press 3 to call the fire department, you know. And you have suddenly the control there. And if you're ignoring your email, if your phone is shut off, you know, you're done for the day, so you shut it off and you've forgotten about everything, the house is going to be watching and saying, okay, nobody's home, nobody's answering me, the oven is still running, that's not okay, this is a safety issue, just cut it off. So it can go in there and actually enact safety protocols to be able to take care of things. So again, linking the systems together gives you all of this extra power and control.